Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming from Chafin to Alvarez. And he flies one deep right field. McCarthy back near the wall. It's out of here! Francisco Alvarez ties the game. 2 out, 2 strikes. Home run in the top of the ninth. Alvarez strikes again. And the Mets come back off the mat to tie it in the ninth. Number 15 for Francisco Alvarez. He homered on the 4th of July to give the Mets the lead. And on the 5th, he delivers the tying blow with 2 out in the ninth.
He has done that before. Gotten clutch home runs. His second clutch home run in this series.
Only the 3rd home run Andrew Chafin's allowed this year. And Brett Baty swings over that slider.
Went away with the fastball. Alvarez went right with it. That was not a bad pitch.
Baty rolls over one toward the hole. That goes through for a base hit. Baty with 2 strikes got enough of that slider to pull it through the hole. And now the Mets have the lead one on first with 2 down. And Canha coming up. What a turn of events in the 9th inning. Chafin retired the first 2 with ease. He got ahead on Alvarez, who was able to work the count to 3-2. And then deliver the opposite field home run to tie the game.
Well, I'll say about Alvarez's at bat. He fell behind and he took some sliders that were close. And he didn't try to overswing and pull, and he's got the power to take it out to the opposite field. What an at bat.
So now Canha, who was left in against the right-hander in the 7th, remember, and struck out against Scott McGough, now is in there against the left-hander here in the 9th. And he drives one to center field. That's deep. That goes Thomas. Back to the warning track. It's over his head. Racing for third, Baty. He'll turn and score. Canha heads for third. He's got an RBI triple. And the Mets have the lead in the top of the 9th. Oh, wow. Canha delivers a run-scoring triple, and it's 2-1 New York.
Well, they were asleep for 8 innings, and they have struck.
8 2/3.
Wow.
Alvarez homers to tie it. Baty follows with a 2-strike base hit. And then Canha unloads his first triple of the year to drive in Baty and put the Mets in front. And David Robertson is getting ready in the bullpen to try and close this game out.
And is Senga on the long side?
He is indeed.
Wow.
8 brilliant innings by Senga, and he finally gets the payoff with 2 out in the top of the 9th.
2 outs, Baty's on his horse. Hit to the deepest part of the park. Standing up. Wow, what a nice comeback.
This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. David Robertson puts on the finishing touches with a 1-2-3 inning, and the Mets have one of their best victories of the year as they rally with 2 out in the top of the 9th. Alvarez with the tying home run, Canha with the go-ahead triple. Robertson saves it for Kodai Senga, who was at his best tonight for 8 brilliant innings, and the Mets win their 4th in a row as they beat the Diamondbacks 2-1.
And a guarantee of taking their 2nd series in a row, and now looking for a sweep tomorrow and a 5th game, and then moving on to San Diego. Keep pace in the wild card. This is a big win right here for the Mets. They're all going to be big the rest of the way.
They hung in long enough to get some offense going in the 9th after Senga gave them a chance with 8 fantastic innings, striking out 12 and allowing just a Christian Walker home run. But it's Walker who strikes out to end the game against Robertson, who earns saves in back-to-back games as the Mets win their 4th in a row.
Right field, McCarthy to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. For Alvarez, that's his 3rd home run in the last 4 games, and we are tied at 1.
That's the kind of pop he has. He can hit it out to any part of any ballpark. That was 93 sinking on the outside corner at the knees, and he just drove it out of here right field. Nice effort by Jake McCarthy up there against the wall, but can't quite reach it.
Brett Baty stands in. The 15th for Alvarez, and his 2nd in this series. Diamondbacks in the 9th have 2, 3, and 4 due up. Longoria, Carroll, and Walker. Each team with one run on 4 hits, both solo homers. Marte won't get to that. It rolls into right. And Canha will get a chance. Trevor Gott warming up with their closer Robertson, who got the save last night.
I'm just going to say that home run was really unfortunate for a lot of different reasons. I mean, you shut out the Mets 1-0. Yeah. That's a tough one to take home with you.
Alvarez knew it. That's a big league bat flip right there.
Ran halfway to second base backwards, looking back into his own dugout and flexing.
Canha has walked twice and struck out. He hits this one deep to center field. Alec Thomas chasing after it. He won't get it. It's off the wall. Baty will come around and score. Canha heads for 3rd, and it's an RBI triple.
It didn't sound like much damage off the bat, but that ball carried a long way out there near the 413 mark. Alec Thomas gives it a good effort, running as hard as he can back toward the barrier. Just can't get there in time.
Remember that 2-strike pitch that Alvarez just barely got a piece of to stay alive. Chafin was 1 strike away, and now trails it 2-1. Homer, triple, single, all in a row with 2 outs, and the batter will be Brandon Nimmo. Got him. Went to the curveball. Robertson gets his 2nd save in this series. Alvarez hits his 2nd big home run. And the Mets have taken the first 2, and there's no getting around it. This one stings.
Yeah, it really does sting. And you know what Torrey's going to say after the ball game. You just have to wash it off, let it go, come back tomorrow and start again. But this is one that should have been in their back pocket.
They were a strike away from a 1-0 win. It ends up 2-1 New York. And right after this break, it's our special broadcast. Arizona's fallen team, the Granite Mountain Hotshots, our special coming up right after this break on Bally Sports Arizona.
Play swung and it ricocheted off Kelly's shin guard. 1-0 Diamondbacks. The payoff again. Hit in the air, deep right field. There goes McCarthy back to the wall. It's gone! Alvarez ties the game in the 9th inning. 2 outs, 2 strikes. The Mets are back It is 1-1. The kid has done it again. Chafin slams the rosin bag on the mound. Alvarez crosses home plate. Fist bumps from Baty and Canha. The Mets dugout has come to life, and it is a tie game in Arizona. He is unbelievable. 15 home runs. He's already blown away the Mets rookie catching record for homers. And now it's Baty. Pitch. Strike. So Chafin gives up the long ball. And Alvarez, what an emotional at bat to not give in. He felt like some calls didn't go his way. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Baty chased the slider. And it's 0-2. 15 home runs. 30 RBIs for Alvarez. The 0-2. Swing a bouncing ball. Tough play. Base hit right field. Perdomo moving to his left. Couldn't get to it. And now Baty is aboard. He's the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth.
Unbelievable.
So now the infield comes together on the mound, giving Chafin a moment to catch his breath. Gives us a chance as well. Chafin gives up his third homer. This is the 37th appearance. So it is rare. Well, it happened. It just stretched over the wall. And a look at the monitor on replay. Alvarez, as he's watching the ball glide over the fence, it just snuck out over the wall. As soon as it went over, he had gritted his teeth and then jubilation. So here's Canha. Pitch. Swinging a shot in the air, deep right center field. Thomas going back to the track. It's over his head. Baty rounding third, heading to the plate. Baty scores. Canha heading to third base. He is there, standing up with an RBI triple. What a comeback. 2-1 Mets lead in the ninth inning. Mets fans at Chase Field are taking over. Canha goes triple to straightaway center field. Baty scores from first. All of this with 2 outs. And now a meeting on the mound. So Canha's at third. He just walloped one from Andrew Chafin. And this is a very, very athletic outfield. And that just flat out beat Alek Thomas. He was full sprint on his horse. Whatever he had to do to turn on the turbo jets, he could not get to it. For Canha, it is his first triple of the season. And the Mets have flipped this game on its head. Well, the Alvarez home run is the amazing play of the game, brought to you by New York Presbyterian. Stay amazing. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Well, it's not over yet. Mets have certainly, it is a strike away. 2-1 Mets, ninth inning. The payoff pitch. Struck him out swinging. Knuckle curve down and away. The Mets have come back to life in the desert. 2 in the top of the ninth to escape game 2 with a 2-1 win over the Arizona Diamondbacks. 4 wins in a row now for the New York Mets, who are building up some momentum here in early July. It happened with Alvarez, with Baty, and with Canha. And Robertson closes the door in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Mets win. Back to talk about it from Chase Field after this on the WCBS Mets Radio Network, driven by your Tri-Honda dealers.
Let's go Mets!
Chafin ready again. Alvarez ready at the plate. And the 3-2 pitch. And a fly ball to right. Hit it pretty well. Back goes McCarthy at the fence. He leaps. It's gone. A home run and we're tied. And Alvarez threw his bat about a mile in the air. He's running around the bases backwards. And hits second base. And with 2 outs in the ninth, the Mets have tied this game.
Went with the fastball this time instead of a slider. And Alvarez hit it the other way. Just had enough on it to get over the wall.
And now the Mets are in a 1-1 ball game. Was so close, but yet so far away. And now the batter is Baty. One pitch away from a win. And a strike is called to Baty. Baty tonight fly to left, walked, and struck out. Now looking ahead to the Diamondback ninth inning, Longoria, Carroll, and Walker do up. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Baty is swinging a miss, and that's strike two.
Boy, no contest with that swing. Andrews, who got a really good slider in this game tonight.
On deck, it's Canha. No balls, 2 strikes. A pitch to Baty. And a ground ball, and that's going to get through into right field for a base hit.
Kind of steered it that way. Slider again, but just a 3-hopper right to the right side of the infield.
That keeps the inning going. It gets Canha, the right-hander, up against Chafin. Diamondbacks go to the mound for a visit. They have David Robertson and Trevor Gott up in the bullpen. If it's a tie game, most likely Gott. If it's a lead, it would be Robertson. Senga off the hook on this one, and to be honest with you, he probably did not deserve to lose it in a 1-0 ball game. But Alvarez threw that bat a mile in the air at first base, jumping up and down, running backwards to second for a long time, flexing the muscles, and he has tied this ball game at 1. Now Canha, and he swings and hits it to center. He hit it pretty well. Back on it goes Thomas. It's going to be over his head, up against the wall, and a run will score to make it 2-1 New York. Canha's going to end up at third base with a triple. And all of a sudden, this has gone from a Diamondback win, possibly, to a possible Diamondback loss.
Boy, another fastball. That's the pitch that's been getting hit by Chafin. Comes in with the heater, and Canha just destroys that ball out to right center. Alec Thomas, who's as fast as anybody, couldn't catch up with it. And the Mets got a lucky break when that ball stayed in the park. And the run is able to score.
Baty was motoring with 2 men out. It's a triple for Canha. Out to the mound comes Brent Strom, the pitching coach. So we know we're going to get Robertson now in the 9th inning. And now Senga, who had a chance to be a loser 2 batters ago, has got a chance to be a winner. You know, teams look right back into the batter's box. Robertson ready, Walker ready. 2-1 Mets, 2 outs in the 9th inning. The 3-2 pitch on the way, and he struck him out swinging. And the Mets, from out of nowhere, come back and win this ball game. 2-1 our final. Back in a moment on the D-backs Radio Network.